Let's kick off 2020 and the first playoff edition of Lorenzo's Locks with the first game on the slate. A talented, if perhaps underrated Bills team is headed to Houston, where the Texans are giving 2.5 points. To be honest, a Bills victory here wouldn't really surprise me a ton, but I still like the Texans to take it straight up and cover. Both teams rested their starters in the finale, but I think Houston gets a massive boost with JJ Watt officially activated. He may not play a ton of snaps, but he's a difference maker. And if the Texans can get pressure on Josh Allen, I don't know that the Bills have enough to overcome if Allen struggles. And I think a big day from Deshaun gets it done. I've got the Texans winning 27-22. Now let's head to Foxborough, where we've got two teams seemingly headed in opposite directions. The Red Hot Titans have the NFL's rushing champ and a quarterback who has been dominant in the red zone. The Pats, meanwhile, limped into the playoffs and squandered away their shot at a first-round bye. The Patriots are giving 5 points, and that's a bit too rich for me, I think. I still think Tom Brady and Bill Belichick figure out a way to win, even though Mike Vrabel is super familiar with the Pats' operation. I just don't trust New England's offense to break through, and their defense has looked susceptible. Take the Pats to win straight up, but the Titans to cover. I've got New England winning 25-23. The NFL opted to give you both NFC games on Sunday, but here at Lorenzo's Locks, we don't differentiate. We give you all the locks. In my eventual Super Bowl pick, the Saints are giving 8 points at home against the Vikings. Minnesota whimpered into the playoffs and didn't have a ton to play for in the final 2 games of the season, but still, their offense took steps back with Dalvin Cook's sideline. Cook did say he would be full strength for the Saints game, but New Orleans' defensive front ranked 4th in the league and allowed just 91.3 rushing yards per game. The Saints have too much Michael Thomas, too much Drew Brees, and too much offense, especially now that Alvin Kamara is finally hitting his stride. I've got the Saints winning and covering that robust spread, 30-20. Now let's move on to the final game of Wild Card Weekend. I think this is a case of a Seahawks team that is too banged up and too inconsistent to trust. The Seahawks have a ton of talent, but they also seem to make life much more difficult on themselves than it needs to be. They struggle to put teams away, and often they find themselves in early deficits. The Seahawks are actually on the road in Philly, but still favored, giving 1.5 points. I love taking home underdogs in the playoffs. It's like a little cushion, a little safety net. And the Eagles have won their last 4 games, and Carson Wentz is shining despite injuries to basically every offensive player the Eagles have. A sign of a good team, in my opinion, is when unknown role players step up, and that's what Philly is getting. I'm taking those points, and I've got the Eagles winning 24-21. Hey sports fans, if you want to see more videos like this, check out some of our other ones right here. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and stick around for more from USA Today Sports.